All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Spice and Wolf, episode 3. Craft,
right.
Lawrence, and Holo. They're on a journey. And this one involves money, like directly physical
Currency.
money. Currency. Yeah.
We're going to get to a town. We're going to investigate as to why this guy's deal with alternating to a new coin that will then end up being traded in for foreign currency. We'll give them a really good deal here because there's something to be made there money-wise, because that's why he's
talking to you in the first place.
Yeah.
But he's not being forthcoming.
Yes, he has lied about something. And that is a fun limiting factor for Holo, is that she can tell when somebody is lying, but unless she's literally breaking down the words like very carefully, she probably can't tell anything other than, at that point the deception came in, but it could have been
from any number of things. Yeah.
So, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
What grand town would this be?
That's Pazio.
Whoa!
Surely a
That's a city.
Here, yes?
No monarch, actually. Just merchants and aristocrats. People from Pasloway are known to travel out this way fairly often. One of them might recognize you. You never know.
Is that a legitimate concern?
After being in that village for hundreds of years?
No one will recognize me. Those legends have been long since forgotten.
That was 200 years ago.
Yeah.
No one would remember the words of such an old story, would they?
Love the detail of the smaller wheels in the front, bigger wheels in the back.
It will be all right.
Wait, what? It'll be all right.
Her going into the town.
Okay. But the way she said it.
Yeah, it's like...
Everything looks so fresh and delicious.
Apples especially.
Oh!
No, beautiful.
Hey! Calm down. Tail.
I'd rather invest in a ship.
The ship, you say?
Merchants with contracts in common often pool resources to charter one. Of course, the amount of space you're given for stowage depends on how much you paid.
Sure.
There you are. Buy as many as you like. You know,
That bought a lot of apples. She bought as much as that would give.
Yep.
You were coveting these beauties as much as I.
I didn't realize mind reading was among your many self-ascribed traits. But since you mentioned it,
Yes.
Go and buy your own.
What?
Greed is a vice that takes much from the gluttonous, but abstinence is a flaw that costs the virtuous more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
you're the third largest trading company here. This is but one branch. The business is well established in a nation farther south.
They are an invaluable repository of information collated from their numerous branch locations, correct? Since their company trades across borders.
So I would like to investigate the information that young man Zarin gave.
She's like, you did not praise me for getting it right.
Right.
I will remember this.
So, how can I help you, good folk? You purchased a cartload of wheat from me some time back. I'm looking to sell some new goods, pelts. Quality wares are always welcome. I have 70 marten pelts with me, all of the highest quality.
The highest quality indeed. The harvest has been bountiful this year, so we've not seen many marten pelts. 132 trenny silver. How does that sound?
Well, sir, these pelts are quite the rare commodity.
With a mind to our continued business, perhaps we could instead offer you, say, 140?
Very well, then.
This market is unknown to me. Is that price fair?
I'd say so.
140 trenny silver coins. That is what you offered, is it not?
Indeed, precisely as you say, miss.
You are not a man to be underestimated.
My sincere apologies, miss, but I'm afraid I don't
Who? And who are you?
All right, you can tell him.
Ah,
Very well then, master.
they're bouncing off each other here.
Would you kindly sniff this pelt?
Is that the fresh scent of fruit I detect?
Yes, you do. You see, the forests have also borne a bountiful share of fruit this year. These furs are of martens from a particularly fertile wood.
You're right, it does.
Again, it is of the highest quality. In fact, these hides
This
are
is-
so durable, it took
Yeah.
the skilled labor of 2 burly skinners to cut and treat them.
Sales is universal.
Yep.
I have no doubt their sale would fetch an incredible profit. Now,
Huh,
please tell
take it
me
away.
again at what price you're willing to purchase these pelts.
Would you accept 200 Trenny silver coins?
I would be more inclined to accept 3 silver coins per pelt. 210 in total.
210 coins it is.
It would appear we have a deal then, Master.
I could make your worth in an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I do want continued business with them. So, if they find out that this is some kind of scam, you know,
Are you not going to drink? I am paying you.
he's a little
Have you ever dabbled in
flustered.
merchantry before today?
Is that what has you sulking? What have I hurt your ego?
Oh. Yeah. It's just salesmanship.
I handled those furs hundreds of times, oblivious to the fruity aroma.
Because they had no such aroma
Yeah.
until I covered them all
Right.
in
Apples. What, you didn't know that? What? How did you not clue into that?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that too.
Here's to our safe reunion.
All right. Well, we bumped into him again.
Yep.
This is high quality wine.
You told me before that you had insight about which coin will be minted with a higher percentage of silver. In exchange, you want me to promise you'll get a cut of what I make. Am I understanding what you're offering?
This is an educated guess based on what
Ah.
I heard in a mining town I used to live in, and I do believe the information is perfectly reliable.
He's not lying here.
I would have had to turn you down if you said you were absolutely certain. A deal like that sounds too good to be true.
10 Trenny silver, in addition to 10% of the profits you bring in.
A little conservative, frankly.
Yes, well, I won't be able to bear any responsibility if you end up incurring a loss.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Half a year from now? That works for me.
Then what say we go to the public notary tomorrow and have them draw up a contract?
Tomorrow it is.
Cool. So, in a lot of ways, it was his certainty.
That's the fake marine silver.
Is that not this one?
That's the Mitzving Sacred Birthday Festival silver.
Huh? Oh no.
All in due time.
Yep.
Let's stop.
Oh no.
No wonder he doesn't, use currency when possible.
Yeah.
Trenny silver, feeling silver, Iliad silver, loot silver, cathedral silver, Mitzving Cathedral silver, holy Mitzving silver, and of course, Mitzving Sacred Birthday Festival. And the counterfeiting never ends.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. Loot silver was called fake Trenny.
She doesn't care. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no wonder he doesn't necessarily want to,
Oh, yeah.
I hope you make huge profits, and don't lose that beautiful face of yours, ma'am.
That boy runs his poor mouth faster than his legs.
There are several hundred types of currency, and the amount of silver and gold they contain can vary wildly.
Sure.
The value placed on a coin will always be considered
Supply and demand.
the materials used to create it.
No debate. She already made him 70 silver.
Tell me about these ideas of yours.
There's reason to believe he's not lying about the Trenny silver.
No matter the era, the value of currency has always been directly tied to its country's power.
A country has to be wary of outside coins in their market.
So then, they may be increasing the amount of silver in their coins to gain the upper hand.
Yes.
But money is always coded in a thing there. The actual, insides are basically pointless.
It can be hard to tell the purity of a currency accurately, but a coin's popularity often fluctuates. People are sensitive to these changes, even when they're hard to see. What might appear small to us.
Yeah. Good. Testing the weight. Yep.
When a minter plans to make a change in the purity of a coin during their minting process, they will implement a small change first and then monitor the market reaction before proceeding. Did I summarize it well?
Yes. She has exceptional memory.
Tell me your name.
You may refer to me as Holo.
Holo. Ah, what music.
Could you not do that?
Tell me, would you like to come and work in my shop?
Not to interrupt, but I'm the one who came to see you.
Yeah.
Is it?
I wanted to take a look at some of your recently minted Trenny silver coins.
Is it all right if I take a closer look as well?
Do you feel like you might see something?
Please, go ahead.
Test the weight.
Well, please observe.
Come now, I've been working at this job for decades, and even I can't tell the purity by sound alone. So, any luck?
No difference at all.
Naturally, you try
Yeah.
your best. Now, why don't we forget the silver and go get dinner?
Yeah.
I was was shocked that you didn't say anything while we were discussing it with Whites.
Of course, it was my way of giving you my thanks.
Yes.
You were jealous, no? It was... Males are a common breed. Everyone a jealous idiot. And yet, females are idiots in turn for enjoying the jealousy. It was subtle, to be sure, but the newer coins rang duller on my ears.
Duller? That's bad news. The purity is worse, which means Zarin did lie to us. Even with the knowledge that purity is going down, it's hard to make any money. With enough warning, we could buy them up the moment their value reached its lowest. I'm stumped.
What's the reverse?
Be planning to profit from this situation.
Alas, 'twould appear you are made the fool.
Wait, how so?
At worst, he gains nothing from your exchange. But if the tables were turned, he would get 10% of your profit, all with no risk on his part. We receive information about the purity of a coin right as that purity declines. A coincidence?
Yeah.
Perhaps the wool that has been pulled over our eyes is not being held there by that young man after all. I suspect he's being paid by one who serves to earn a great deal, should news of rising silver purity circulate.
Of course.
It appears we have a lead to follow.
Aha.
Huh? Where to?
Just spread a rumor.
Back to Malone Trading.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun.
And now they have a potential way to leverage that because they have people that would be affected by it. And
Right. There's so many different kinds of silver.
Yeah.
And wait, it all matters. And shit, it's just...
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, then, fuck. Okay, so what's fun about this is that Holo showed off her stuff.
Right.
She has a really good memory. As long as she cares about the thing that she's trying to remember.
Yeah.
But if it's,
which silver coin?
this name is this, and then this one is a festival coin for this specific thing.
Right.
This coin sounds like it's evil. No, it's not evil. It's level or some shit like that.
And it's like, wait, and this was all just within the last 30 years? Oh, God.
I'm good. I don't need to know all that stuff.
I'm fine.
Met a new character. Got a street seller from the opening. Nice. He's a very flirty boy.
Indeed.
I love the classic joke of he's here. Cut immediately teleports over here. It's just like, my lady, yes, let the simpening begin. Holo, of course, loves all the attention and praise. That is what she's thriving
her
on.
commentary on the no, males are a common breed and stupid for, Then at the same time, females
are equal idiots
for appreciating such stupid attention. It's like,
that's fair.
Yeah.
And then her comment in the very beginning about greed versus,
the
abstinence and what have you. And I was just like, that's true. That is true. That's pretty good.
Yep.
We ended up getting a little tidy profit off of our furs here because of the apple trick, which was fun. And I am ashamed of you, Lawrence. The fact that you didn't clue in immediately to what she was doing.
Like, you clued into the whole thing of...
I feel like he has to be sometimes as dumb as the viewer at times.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a thing that was happening there because he played in with the, how dare you, master, to not, tell him or something like that, and he's like, oh, okay, all right, fine, he fell in step with what she was doing.
He could tell how he needed to improv with Holo, but he didn't know,
when the dude is smelling
after she smelled the apples, he's like, wait, he did actually smell something.
Yeah.
Even if it's only the tiniest bit there, because obviously these apples had skins. The actual smell part of the apple comes from the juice, So they wouldn't actually smell that strongly of apples, but maybe just enough was on there that it could smell a little bit. And he's like,
I wouldn't be surprised though. I don't think they did this here, but if she sat backward in the wagon as she ate the apples
and let the juice dribble over it,
or just the the crunch, that tiny bit of spray.
That wouldn't do it because these are gonna smell like the animals.
No, right, but if you've ever if you've seen when the bartender will take the skin of orange peel and then do the squirt from the
orange has
reverse side.
Yeah, orange has a much stronger, and I mean much stronger scent and flavor than apples would be.
Right, but she got she got a shit ton of apples.
Right. I know, but she would have had to literally like leave the cores in some ways over the stuff there. So maybe that's why he thought she was just lying, is that she got the idea from the apples, but the actual smell wasn't there. Now, I think for all intents and purposes, she could probably smell it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she does have super senses for smell. But this guy is just going off of her salesmanship and just believing, yes, okay.
Well, and also the idea that the reason most people wouldn't know about this is because maybe it took, 50 or 60 apples in order to actually make something where then when he actually puts his face in it,
maybe.
Oh yeah, he can start to smell a little bit of something.
But yeah, it's a fun thing. It was rather fun to see our characters immediately have a win here, given that we can clearly tell that they're being a little bit manipulated by this other guy in order to go in on this shady investment.
And now we know how. Because,
we know why.
Yeah, this guy has his way that theoretically he could make money and is at no risk to himself. But oh, hey, if somebody put him up to this and he's in fact doing this with a lot of different people, then yeah, word of this, coin going up in value when it's actually going to go down in value, you get a buying craze that isn't actually based on its
which
literal
will actually keep its value high so it doesn't go down as quickly.
And so the person that would have, is trying to make money on it decreasing in value is going to make even more money.
Right. And then when they find out that it actually has less silver in it long time from now, they'll all have made their money and everything.
Right, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And then the value of those will crash, and the other ones that they'll have been buying will naturally go up by extension.
Yeah.
So the exchange side of things is actually the trick. That's the whole thing.
Right. And I love how with seeing the way this whole scheme is working and stuff, but then also the number of different coins and how arbitrary all the differences are.
I love that one of them was a festival coin. They literally minted coins just for a festival.
Yep. And Lawrence
for a double week.
And it's or something. If you're ever wondering why I avoid using currency whenever possible, this is why.
This bullshit exists.
Yep, it takes a merchant to be able to actually track all that stuff, And yeah, most regular people, they're probably just a silver coin, sure,
Sure. Right? I very much liked though that we actually got into this, the idea that coinage is not actually solid whatever the coin is. It's coated in that.
Yep.
It's a very, very, very thin amount of the actual metal that's in there. That's why we don't have silver coins anymore. We don't have gold coins really anymore. Like the penny is almost no longer a thing.
Well, or even just thinking about it from another standpoint, the reason it actually makes financial sense to go through the process of producing those coins rather than it just being how much silver or gold or whatever do you have,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just, there you go, commerce.
Yep.
Fun.
And so they're going to take something that a lot of people would otherwise be very bored by. And they're like, no, we're going to make it interesting because we've got a cute wolf girl and, we're going to make it super engaging because
and she is there to be smart enough that she can translate to the viewer exactly what Lawrence is saying.
Exactly.
Which, is fun. It's a decent it's a decent loop here. But yeah, all the by, I think this episode got less into the characters and more into the world side of things.
Yep.
Which is, less interesting, but it is something that was made somewhat interesting by the way that they passionately engaged in it.
Exactly.
So keep that up. That stuff's fun. I don't really have too much to say about this episode, though.
Me neither. It's fun to watch the plot start to unfold again, knowing things and all that stuff. Because getting to see the characters again, that is one thing, and of course that's the best part, But I was kind of surprised how fun it was to hear trendy silver coins and stuff like that again. It's
I'm sure that in some ways, the repetition for things that you'd hear in the show would tend towards things that you wouldn't necessarily think to, hear repeated that often.
Right.
Like the idea of, we actually are naming all the currency. Literally, we're naming all
right,
the
that's
currency.
such a fun thing to have for stories potentially, where it's oh no, yeah, that would make a ton of sense.
Right,
and
it's not silver and gold and copper or what have you. It's literally this silver, this silver, this silver. There's like 11 of them. I think I counted there were 11 different coins, and I tried to literally like Holo sit there and be like and once I got to 5 I was like nope, it all just whoosh went out, you know. I'm just like yep.
In before they're like yeah, and then there's this different one which actually is just made of some platinum shit, you know.
Platinum? Oh, that's the joke. I got you. Yeah, because we're in a fictional world.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
We don't know why this is valuable at this point. No, I loved the scene at the trading post.
Yeah.
The guy who was doing the buying at that point was very hilarious in the way that he like gesticulated, and he was so animated in his body language and such. You could tell he was very simply flustered by Holo, and even if it's just that slight little bit of like, oh my, this woman is so well spoken and so attractive, and oh my,
and she's actually making really good points.
She's making very big, like very good sense here.
This sounds great, you know.
Yeah, I loved the way just ignoring all that and looking at Lawrence as he's just like just like I'm fully enraptured that this is happening. It's just like, yep. Classic. And he even has a moment where he's like, oh, and he like full on like covers his own mouth, like shut the fuck up.
Right. This is
going well.
Husband's like, nope, don't interrupt the wife. She's doing her thing.
She's cooking. Let her cook. Yeah.
Yep.
And then also the idea that I wish they would have brought this up, but he gave the 10 coins that were effectively the difference of what the final upsell that she did, you know, making it 3.
Oh yeah, right.
So going from 200 to 210. So the idea that he's kind of like, oh, I mean, almost didn't get this, but by the nature of your whole thing here, I am a little bit more free with my money to invest.
It's all surplus anyways. Sure, we can get some nice wine, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even buying give this away to the guy. Yeah, as his deposit, basically.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep. And I love that the dude is thinking that this is some element of like, you know, well, yes, they did well on the trade and all that stuff, but I'm sure it's the, oh, cool, they're taking me seriously and all that stuff. They're getting me not. No. He's just paying her back for the good work today, you know. But
which is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think that the only like other big world building thing that was kind of cool here is just the idea that in this city that looks really big and stuff like that, we don't have some kind of unilateral like military structure through a king or what have you, or a serfdom.
Yep, just aristocrats and lords in the church, basically.
Right, but the idea that there was very clearly soldiers at the beginning of the whole thing there.
Right.
So what this means to me is that we have armies moving not by loyalty to some divine given right through some birth lineage or what have you now in this area of the land, but we do theoretically have something like that through the church or just nobles.
Well, and that's sort of a double dip that the currency thing gives, because it's showing how many different forces there are in the world and how relatively close they are together.
Yeah, and exactly. The idea that I don't know which part of this they're going to follow up on in the story, if at all, anytime soon, but the idea that, oh, I didn't really hear any of those as being the church's coin. Were any of them specifically named to be the church's coin?
Caleb, my brother in Christ. The church accepts all money.
No. Which one they make?
I don't think they said that they made any. But I could have missed it.
But what I would love to see is the idea of, you know, people trust certain ones differently. Which one is the church backing then?
Oh,
that's the part that
if the church like starts backing a particular country or a ruler or something like that.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, because when they're talking about the value of the coin decreasing, like that's all like, okay, they're reducing the amount of silver.
Well, it's economic warfare.
Sure.
Yeah,
economic warfare, or maybe as a result of the fact that the government
are running out of money.
We're running out of money because of expenses going somewhere.
Or just running out of natural resources.
Yep. Any number of things. So
yeah.
Right, like, wouldn't that be terrible? You know, there's the just regular price changes that could be for whatever reasons, but imagine if suddenly a kingdom gets war declared on it by 2 others or something, and it's just like, oh, well, that that coin, that's about to be worth very little, you know. But yeah.
But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.